America. Celebs are breathing easier because Kathy Griffin just walked away from Fashion Police, and she's telling you why in her very first network TV interview.
I am not having it.
And talk about a hot mic. Did one of the most notorious murder suspects in American history appear to get caught off camera confessing in a bathroom on HBO last night?
Killed them all. Of course.
Nick Cannon's talking about what's in store for the 10th season of America's Got Talent. And going toe-to-toe in a dance-off with his funny man frenemy, Kevin Hart. And as the whole country waits for the most anticipated season finale on TV, Boo Boo Kitty herself is here with a sneak peek at how it's all going down on Empire.
Have you ever heard of a hostile takeover?
This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez. And today, actress Raven Symone and comedian Michelle Collins are jumping into the co-host chairs. It all starts now.
Welcome to The View, y'all. Welcome to The View. All right. Hey, we're going to get right to this because this is just the... You couldn't make this up. If it was in a movie, people would say, oh, that would never happen. One of the most notorious unsolved crimes of the last 3 decades just blew wide open on the HBO Dr. Jinx, baby. Robert Durst has long been a suspect in the disappearance of his wife and the murder of 2 other people. And on the series finale last night, here's what this man was caught saying while he was in the bathroom. He was mic'd.
What the hell are you doing? Killed them all. Of course.
Now.
Is he talking to somebody?
He's talking to himself.
Talking to
He's
himself.
in the can.
He's in the bathroom. And
He's talking to his package.
Bathroom chatter, we love it.
Yeah. Here's the thing. He was referring to the murder of not only his wife,
right?
The man that he did admit killing, the next-door neighbor, and chopping up in Texas, but also his best friend in Los Angeles. That's the one that they're trying to get him on.
Right.
Because of the letter that was revealed in the documentary, and he was caught.
Right.
There was a letter sent to the Beverly Hills Police Department, and the word Beverly was spelled incorrectly. And it was an anonymous letter. When the documentary filmmakers went to the stepson's house, pulled up his stepmom's letters from Robert Durst, same writing, same misspelling of Beverly.
To go to school, honestly. It shows you how misspellings will get you in the end.
What did the letters hurt? What did the letters say? How did it hurt him?
The first letter said he sent that anonymously to the Beverly Hills Police Department.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, so he doesn't come after me. But anyways, it had the address. It had the address of the woman's home, and it just said cadaver, which is also like psycho talk. I mean, who says the word cadaver? That was one of the things they were bringing up. But the other letter was just a letter to the woman being like, hey, miss you, boo. Love, Robert.
Oh, hey,
and the craziest, one of the craziest things about this is, you know, he went to trial for the second guy that he cut up and put, like, in the refrigerator, wherever he put him.
No, he put him in bags and then dumped them in the river, and then when he saw the bags were floating, he tried to puncture holes in them so that they would sink.
Wow.
And
they took
they still can't find
never seen
he got off from saying, well, this was self-defense.
This was self-defense. And the jury bought it.
And they bought it.
He
and
said,
let him out.
In Texas,
he said
where they love killing people.
Yeah.
You know?
He said it was self-defense and it was necessary to cut up the body.
Yeah.
It was necessary.
Well, because who wants the body laying around the house?
Oh, my God.
I've got a question. Like, who handles his PR? Like, why did he do this with HBO if he chopped up all these bodies and he talks to himself in the potty?
All his
like, who handles his press?
Yes, all his attorneys advised him against doing this, and he did it anyway.
Yeah.
And kudos to the filmmakers. Great work.
Yeah, we'd like to talk to you guys if you get a minute. Come on our show. We want to talk to you. Well, more crazy. You ready for more craziness? Elton John is boycotting Dolce & Gabbana fashions after the company's founders called children conceived through in vitro fertilization synthetic children and chemical offsprings. Now, other celebrities who can afford, Dolce & Gabbana are, fighting back saying, we're not going to get your stuff anymore. But what the hell?
Yeah, I've got a synthetic 3-year-old for Mr. Dolce, Mr. Gabbana to hang out with. What a bunch of jerks. And let me tell you something about IVF. It's a miracle for people. It's not, I mean, this is the most unenlightened, idiotic thing. I think your clothes are ugly as you know what, but I think you're jerks on top of it.
Of Tommy Hilfiger back in the 90s when he went and started saying his racist statements. It looks like it's turning itself back around. Somebody else with a lot of money just feels they can say whatever they want to and be disrespectful to other people's lives. And that's
even poor people say dumb stuff.
This is true.
But we don't really hear about it.
Here's the thing. Why would you want to go against Elton John, especially in the fashion community?
That's buy your clothes. And also,
people who can fit it.
My leg can fit in maybe one dress.
No. I think that their clothes are beautiful, I have to say. But you are correct. They don't fit every woman. That said, they have the absolute right to say whatever they want to say. But you have to be aware of the consequences.
Yeah.
And that's what's coming.
A little bit of respectfulness in your tone, though, like you're coming after.
Well, yes, but even the kids, that said those racist things at Oklahoma University, they had every right to say it. Didn't make it right. That's my point.
Yeah.
And but you have to adhere to the, yes.
But I hope that powerful people. But I hope that powerful people are ashamed to wear their clothes. I do think they're ugly, and I hope that powerful people stop wearing their clothes because a whole bunch of people would never have the opportunity to be parents without IVF. And you're not just talking about same-sex couples. It's a hideous thing to say.
They will not be raising children. So that's great, right? They won't have kids.
Well, you never know. Miracles happen all over the place.
Yeah.
So we don't know. But it was so disrespectful to folks who are just trying to be parents. You don't have you can say what you want to say, but there are certain criteria. You don't run into a crowded room and yell fire, and you don't tell people who are so grateful to have been able to have these children that their children are synthetic and fake. It's just
and the
creepy.
hurt towards the children, because they're going to grow up and they're going to read these, and there are IVF children who are grown now who are saying, I don't count.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Look, the only person who could actually fit into something is Rosie. And so, if we see that you're sending stuff to Rosie, we're going to send it back.
I'm going to have my synthetic 3-year-old color on it with the crayon first, then we'll send it back.
The stupidity just keeps on rolling, baby. Univision personality, TV personality, Rodner Figueroa was fired last week for saying, quote, Michelle Obama looks like she's part of the cast of Planet of the Apes. He has since apologized, but he said he was actually referring to the male makeup artist featured on the show who used the makeup to transform himself into Michelle.
I mean, that is terrifying. I'm just going to say that is, first of all, isn't that considered blackface? I mean, it's like a Spanish guy getting put into black makeup. That alone
drag.
is
like... It's drag-ish.
I don't know. There's a lot happening there.
Because a lot of Latin people recognize the fact that we do have African blood in us. A lot of them do not want to recognize that fact. And that's where this stems from. That's where this stems from. There is a secret in the Latin community, specifically the Caribbean, South American, Central American, Latin community, that they are very racist. They never want to be in the same group as black people.
At black people.
And it's sad. It's very, very sad. And he did say Michelle Obama looks like a cast member of the Planet of the Apes. And
But was he saying it racist like? Because he said that he voted for her later, and I don't think he was saying it racist.
Oh,
I
please,
think
that's
he
like
couldn't
saying,
vote for her.
I'm not a racist, but I have
think
black
he said
friends.
Let me say
I'm
something.
sorry, that is racist.
I actually
It is
know where Raven is
racist.
coming
I don't think
from.
he said it
My
as a
thing is,
racist.
I think he's a gay guy. He is a comedian, you know, according to him, and he is biracial himself. And I have a feeling he said it without even thinking. I think he should be fired for stupidity, because if you're too stupid to realize why that's offensive to begin with, then like you shouldn't be on
I'm
TV.
sorry, you do not
But
disrespect.
That's just like
I
fact, you know
totally
what I mean?
I am the Latin person here on this table, and I would like to tell you that it was racist.
I mean,
period.
it was racist.
And the thing is, this is a problem in the Latin community that we do not talk about, that we do not address, and it is real, and it was revealed by this man's statement. And you do not disrespect the first lady of our country. You don't. Whether he was
You want to
referring
finish?
a man or not.
You want to put it
The
on?
joke and say not Michelle Obama. Michelle, don't fire me from this right now. But some people look like animals. Is that rude?
Girl, half my family does.
I
Am
look
I
like a
right,
bird.
America?
I look like a
half
bird.
my family.
So can I be mad if somebody calls me Toucan Sam? Like, don't be mad.
Yeah, I'd be mad if somebody called you Toucan Sam. Come on.
Okay, I'm quiet now.
Here's
I'm
the
just
other
saying.
thing.
Don't
First
look like a
ladies,
toucan.
first ladies, and to me there seems to be this line, the more unpopular your husband is as president, the more popular a first lady usually is. So Laura Bush had like a 95% approval rating when George W. was down in the 20s. President Obama has like a 37% approval rating. I think Michelle Obama has his approval ratings in the 80s or 90s. So just to all comedians out there, don't diss the first lady. It's a loser.
No.
You can't.
Here's the deal. You have to know your audience.
Right.
You have to know how to tell the joke. And if you're not a comedian, Juliana Rancic just found this out. This gentleman just found it out. If you don't know how to do it, err on the side of not doing it.
Exactly.
Keep that crap to yourself. You know what? Speaking of crap, we'll be right back with more Hot Topic.
This Vine blew up when Raven shared it a few weeks ago, but find out why she's done with internet oversharing next. And later, for the first time on network TV, Kathy Griffin reveals why she retired from Fashion Police.
Hey, now, before we go on, I have to address something. There was a dopey article written by some woman in the New York Times yesterday, and she impugned my reputation. She said I was a troublemaker and started fights. Now, lady, I don't start fights. Oftentimes, I will finish one, but I don't start. The other thing is, it would have been so nice if you had addressed us, the view as we are, and not go on into the back hills to muck rake. But perhaps you don't know, but I'm really a halfway decent person. That's why you don't hear much about me. And right over there are all the people who hired me, and I'm still working for them. Am I rough? They know where their bread is buttered. Unless you can prove stuff, don't write stuff you can't prove. If you had shown one instance where what you said was true, I would be saying nothing, but it wasn't true. And I don't like being impugned that way. I'm sorry, I don't like it, and I find addressing it is better for me. So that's gone. Peace and love to us all. Get your facts right. How about this? TV megachurch. Y'all know about TV megachurches. You know about Pastor Creflo Dollar? You know about Pastor Creflo? So recently, Creflo put the call out to his flock to give generously to a very specific cause.
Haiti?
Take a look. No, take a look.
I'm not Haiti.
The plane's 30 years old, and this is nothing that it's not like a car where you can pull over on the side when something goes wrong. And I knew it was time to begin to believe God for a new airplane.
We need your help. And I ask all of our partners globally to get on board with Project G650.
Now, wait, before I have to read this. He has since pulled that video from his website, but he was asking followers for a total of 65 mil for the new jet.
Can you even imagine?
Oh my
Bought on Kickstarter. Bought on
JetBlue.
That's what, yes. I have to say, I'm over 6 feet tall. I'm 6'1". God's plan for me is sitting and coach like an animal, okay? Like, where is God when I need him? I'm starting a fund. Main cabin select. It's like 200 more bucks, you guys. Hook a girl up. Am I wrong? Whoopee.
I'd like a plane too, Griff. Let me have the old plane, and I'll do some praying and see what I can do to get you a new one.
Maybe he needs to sell some of his Bentleys and cars and some of that property.
Maybe selling some of the property is a good idea.
You
Go
know,
ahead,
so that he can actually pay for his plane and not ask people that need that money, that don't have lives, that don't have houses to live in, that he's preaching to, saying God will give you money. No, you're taking.
By the way, when I heard his name Creflo, I thought it was like a new cholesterol heart medication. I was like, what are the side effects of Creflo?
It sounds like a breast pump. Creflo, there's always a flow in it.
I just think that one of the things we should tackle at some point on this show is how we, women of color, sometimes name our children interesting things that people don't understand, like Creflo. Now, maybe it was supposed to be even flow.
Jet flow. That is a breast pump.
But, you know, I'm sure God will tell Creflo where to go. Come on. You're a man of God. Come on, man. Hey, Nickelodeon apparently also has a lot of parents up in arms. They were watching the cartoon Augie and the Cockroaches. Clearly, it's not just black people. It's everybody. It's Nickelodeon, it's everybody. And they did a double take because in a scene in this cartoon, there is someone, I guess right there, a duck.
That is not me, America, before you ask. I know
But wait a minute, where are the this is supposed to be the duck breasts. They're supposed to be huge. But they're up here. Who doesn't know that most breasts start here?
The real ones. The real ones.
Well, the real ones, but even a duck. I mean, a duck on the side, right? But not in the front. What the heck?
I mean, you do remember Little Mermaid and Aladdin and how people were finding sexual things. They had flaccid objects, and the clouds were saying words like sex. I think people look deeper into what's going on than necessary, but at the same time, there's always been sexual connotations in cartoons, like forever.
Also, it's a French cartoon, I just want to point out, and the French are crazy. They love sex. They show porn at the baby ward. The second the baby's out, they're like, put a porn on. Show that baby. That's how France is, in case you've never been. Okay, whoopee. It's true. They're very comfortable with sex there.
That was really interesting, though. But it's kind of, I don't know. I think anatomically something's wrong with the picture.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a goiter.
I saw it before. No. I saw it before we Disney'd it up, and they are real boobs.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you put it back up? Can I just point something out here? Why are the breasts above the necklace?
Wait, that's a necklace. That's a thong.
A duck thong.
That's a thong. That's not a thong.
That's a cup. That's her.
It's a cup?
It's a cup. It looks like a cup. It's obviously, she's obviously a lacrosse player. And she's standing.
Okay.
That's a cup.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a necklace.
Obviously.
What is that below it? What is that to the side of it?
Knees.
Her knees? Wait. But wait, what is this part?
No.
What's this and this?
That's her thighs. Look, her neck is underneath her lips. Look at the little
Skinny
spot.
little neck, her duck breasts, and then her duck waist.
And her bikini bottom.
I again asked that it's a thong. Okay.
That's a thong.
I'm going to go off right now because I was going to give you video of it was my great-granddaughter's birthday yesterday, but y'all going to have to watch it another time because I have to examine it. We'll be right back with the amazing Kathy Griffin.
The red carpet just got a lot more boring. Kathy Griffin reveals why she dropped the mic on
Hey, you know, a lot of the Fashion Police fans were thrilled when the amazing Kathy Griffin joined the team. But last week, she kind of surprised a lot of people by announcing she's out of the show. And here's why. She's here to tell us why. Please welcome the incomparable, the fabulous Kathy Griffin.
statement. I issued a statement.
And what did you say in the statement, baby?
I never thought I'd be one of those statement, but I did a statement because I felt like Fashion Police just wasn't the thing for me. You know what I mean? My style is improvisational and off the cuff, and they have a formula that worked so well with Joan and so well for so long, and it just didn't fit my thing. And after a while, I kind of felt like I was being forced to comment about pictures of beautiful women in perfect dresses and say kind of bad things. And you know, the days of Bjork are over. In the Swan. So, kind of, you know, as a feminist and a comic, it just didn't feel like the right fit for me. For me.
Go ahead, baby.
No, I was just going to say, I think that you say the meanest and funniest things about Anderson Cooper I've ever heard in my whole life.
Well, he can take it.
But,
he can take it.
Right. But so I understand the difference. But I think some people, some of your critics have said, well, she makes fun of people. So what was the difference? Can you know, get into the...
Because I would never make... I love to make fun of Anderson Cooper, and I've made a cottage industry out of New Year's Eve. And, but I would never say Anderson isn't a great journalist. I would never say he's not handsome. But sure, I'm going to give him a hard time, and I'm going to tease him. And, you know, I'm a professional comedian. It's what I do. And, you know, there's a big difference. It's in context, of course.
Explain, because when you're stand-up...
Yeah, you're kind of vulnerable. You're there with a microphone to the audience, and you're hoping to take this audience on a ride. And it's a little different than what felt to me sort of like a dog pile. And, you know, right now on the red carpet, all these women look so great. I was hoping that we could talk about, you know, the events themselves and the shows and stuff like that. And so I didn't want to say that Meryl Streep, you know, didn't look great, because she looked great. So sometimes it just felt disingenuous to me. But certainly, in my repertoire, I've said heinous things. I'm well aware of that, trust me.
Kathy, can I ask you specifically about the patchouli oil comment that Julia Rancic made that got her in all the trouble? Were you sitting there? Were you cringing? Did you feel any instinct to correct her or to jump in? What was that like, that show?
I didn't know she was going to say that because some dude wrote that for her, which I don't even feel they really needed. I mean, honestly, I think that everyone should have just improvised. And so... you know, she said it, and I was trying to be a team player, and the show is very formulaic, and that's how they like it. It's just not it's not my thing. And so when it came time to sort of leave, they were very nice to me, and they weren't mean and evil. And so I actually called Lena Dunham because I went, okay, you know, Joan was 27 years older than I am. I'm 54. I need like a younger woman feminist to help me craft a statement. And she was super generous and helped me craft it. And I just felt like I kind of want to say it as a comic and a feminist. I'm still going to give people crap, trust me. Lots of it.
Lots of it. Let me ask you this. Kelly Osbourne also left. And did her quitting surprise you?
I didn't know she was going to. I know that she went on social media and said that she might, and then the next day she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that it's time maybe for the show to maybe go and refigure out what it wants to be?
I mean, I
and get people who can actually do it?
I mean, look, that's like, since I don't work there anymore, that's like asking me what's going to happen on Ray Donovan. I don't know. But, or House of Cards, because I don't work there anymore. But you know, I don't know. I think that they had, you know, a very strict lane that they wanted to be in. And you guys know my work. I have 23 specials, and I say, you know, my personal encounters with people, and I go for people. But, like, I wouldn't hold up a picture of Kim Kardashian and go, she's ugly, good night. You know, I wouldn't hold up a picture of Oprah and say, she's fat, good night. I would say, Oprah said, John Travolta's behavior and the stuff to play with. So that's really kind of what I do.
But going in, I mean, that to me is what that show is. So did you think you could change it into something more on your... And then...
I was told that they would happily, like, sign on to my style and all that other stuff. But, you know, it's kind of like buying a house. You don't really know until you spend the first night there if there's a dog that barks next door or if there's a neighbor that's a certain way. And I really didn't know until I took the seat. But, you know, no harm, no foul, and they were very nice to me. So it just wasn't the right thing for me.
And a lot of people tweeted for you. You know, because you asked folks to you know, to recognize what the problem was, particularly folks.
You tweeted.
I did tweet.
Do we have your tweet?
I don't know. there's my tweet.
Yeah, and I really appreciated that because, you know, I've been in the game decades, and when you're a female stand-up comic, it's such a male-dominated field that it's not like there's that many of us. And so I was scared and nervous, and I actually asked people to tweet support. I really did. I reached out to people and said, you know, I'm going up against a big corporation, and I'm scared and I'm nervous, and if you're comfortable, I have this statement, read it over, see what you think. But I don't know, like, there's a lot of stuff that I said before I wouldn't say now, and there's stuff I probably won't say in 5 years that I do say now, and comedy has to evolve.
Yeah. Well, like, you know what, Kathy, you have no fear because you are a top-notch comedian. I love you, I adore you.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me come here.
And, you know, come back anytime. It's always fun, and you are who you are.
Well,
and
thank you.
You're a great you.
As are you. Thank you very much.
And
thank
you,
you
and you.
for letting me have this forum.
Thanks to Kathy Griffin. We will be right back with Nick Cannon. Hey, you know, we love Nick Cannon. He's gearing up to MC the 10th season of America's Got Talent and showing off yet another talent of his. He's got a new children's book, Neon Aliens Ate My Homework and Other Poems. Please welcome the magnificent Nick Cannon.
I see you.
You see what he say? He sees y'all.
My ladies in purple. I see you.
So how the kids?
The kids are amazing. They're about to be 4 years old, so they run in the house. They're doing everything.
Right? And you got them rooms. They now have their own rooms.
Posing like mommy. That's my tough guy pose right there. Yeah, nah, their rooms. This is the first time because they have been, you know, sleeping together in cribs and all that. So I had the opportunity. I decorated that. I did that. I always wanted the race car bed, and I got to get it. My son, he picked it out, and he was like, I want that. I was like, me too, boy, me too. So
does he stay in it or does he get up?
He stays in it in the daytime. At night, he's sleeping in bed with, they're both in bed with me, so that's cool. Yeah.
Now, no, that's you, Rev.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You better do what Whoopi say.
She did.
So, congratulations on America's Got Talent.
Thank
of course.
you.
10th season, right? 10th season.
Yeah.
The best part is looking at all of the auditions, but is there going to be some amazing talent this season?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, each season, we're already filming. We're actually filming this week here in New York as well. And every time, they just step the talent game up. So 10 seasons in, I know it's going to be outstanding, $1 million talent, as they call it. So we're looking forward to it.
And then with a few weeks ago, you attended the NBA All-Star Celebrity.
Uh-oh.
And you lost the MVP crown to Kevin Hart. Yes, you did.
I don't play basketball. Just because I'm a tall black man, that don't mean I know how to play basketball.
Well, in fairness to you, did beat him in a dance-off.
Oh, but I can, we went back.
Yeah.
Look,
Let's take a look.
Hey, get my name. Here's the move. And then the jump over the foot. I got him right there.
Okay, so I love this. I got this last week and I took it home. This is beautiful. And I love, you were inspired by the same writer and poet that inspired me. You want to talk about that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, growing up, Shel Silverstein was everything.
Everything. Everything.
Yeah, so I actually got a chance to write a poem called Remembering Shel. And just, you know, growing up as a kid in the inner city and stuff, I was so inspired by hip-hop. But then when I saw the same type of satire and the same type of energy in a book from Shel Silverstein, I was like, oh, wow, maybe I can do that eventually one day. And to be able to combine those two worlds with this book is a dream come true.
Take it home, and if your kids are too little to read them to you. My favorite is Turn on the Strong. Turn on, you know I'm strong. Hate on me, you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. I love it.
It's inspiring, it's fun,
Right?
it's a lot of good stuff.
Nick, I was trying to read your book, but I'm too blinded by your beautiful watch. I've never seen...
We can shine the light on it.
I mean, what is, I have like, first of all, you look so handsome. Every woman in this audience is on the edge of their seat, like... I mean, but this watch is like, if you were to propose to me with this watch, I would be like, all yours, babe. Done. Stop. Stop. Call security, because you know I'm running off the set. Like in 2 minutes, I'm like, good night. But now to the real question, Nick Cannon.
The tough stuff.
You wrote your first poem at 8 years old.
Yes.
Do you remember how it went?
Oh yeah, don't judge me because I was only 8. It was about cars, but it was Lamborghini, Ferrari,
Oh my God.
Mercedes Benz. To get one of these, you got to have ends. Talking about dollars, in other words, big bucks. You can't go riding in farmer trucks.
He put that in his
That was one more time because your comedy show, Wild and Out,
Yes.
is coming. And you got something for us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you want to wild out?
Yeah.
All right, well, y'all got to put on the wild out hat. Miss Whoopi. I knew it was going to be a problem with women putting on hats.
No.
But we gonna, okay.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Let's see.
All right.
We gonna get hip-hop real quick. We do it like this. Ladies. Yo, when I say wildin', you say out. Wildin'. Wildin'. Wildin', 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 wildin'. We gon' be, hopefully, poetry makes you shout. We gon' do this for free, and we do it, no doubt. We on the show, and everybody rocking with me, so everybody in the audience gets the book for free.
You're all getting the book. We will be right back. He's so easy. Look, Naomi Campbell had him. Now Boo Boo messing with him.
He got mama issues. He got mama issues.
He got all kind of issues.
Now, I'm sort of dying. You are a star in the show. You had a role in the show. I mean, how fun is this show, and how did you end up on Empire?
Oh my goodness, by the goodness of God. I mean, it was one of those things where I was like sitting in Chicago, I was painting, I was ballroom dancing, I was just kind of enjoying life, but also auditioning. I just kind of moved from New York and wanted a little break, and the pilot came across. I read the script, and I sent out a tape, and like literally the next day I heard that Lee was coming to take a look at me in person, like screen testing, and I was like, okay. So then we met and we worked really hard, and he was so straightforward with me. He was like, this is what I love, this is what I hate, and I'm like, okay, tell me what you want. And we worked for a while, and then 2 days later, they called me, and I was like, wow.
Well, you are Boo Boo Kitty. I mean,
So it's probably one of my favorite TV names ever.
Boo Boo Kitty.
Yes, and I've applied it to everybody I know. I just use their name and then Boo Boo in front. But here's the thing. Are you and Taraji improvising on set? Because to me, it feels like it, and it just makes it richer.
You know, they are so smart to give her some flexibility, and because she has flexibility, I'm able to play with that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think that that's I think that's a gift. You know, like this scene right here was so much fun because we just kind of threw in like different things here and there, and they kept some of it, and I was so excited about that.
How did you get ready for the role? What did you do?
You know, there was a lot of research online and reading articles about just what an A&R exec does. But I had the wonderful opportunity to talk to Candace Campbell, who's a A&R herself, and I was like, come on, like everything I'm seeing, male-dominated. What is it like to be a woman? Because that's the dynamic I'm looking for, because I'm surrounded by men, you know? And she was like, I got you, you know? And she basically broke it down and said that it's a lot. It's hard being a female in this industry. And I'm like, okay, she's a woman of color. She's, you know, high profile. So the more I spoke to her, the more of a dynamic I was able to create.
And maybe this is because you're playing a powerful woman, but the clothes are not part of the story. The clothes are sick. Do you pick the clothes? Do you dress your, you know?
You know, Lee was was very specific about how he wanted everyone to look.
Yes,
and I remember
indeed.
him sitting down with me and going, she needs to have a cat eye, she needs to have strong lips, she needs to look sharp and polished. So as
She needs to look like money.
exactly, and but the thing I love the most about the fashion is that it kind of reflects our journey. Because in the beginning you see Cookie and she's very dated, as she should be, and as the story goes on, she gets more and more
Super elegant.
sophisticated.
Right. Like your character.
And her, she's very first lady when you see her, but then with the presence of another woman, she's like, I gotta edge it up a bit and dark lip it up, and so you get to see that too.
Well, you were the opposite in real life from your character. You're so sweet and charming. So
thank
it's
you.
very nice to meet you. I hope you'll come back. We are obsessed here. We watch every week. Our thanks to Grace Gealey, Empire